We're going to show now some more reconciliation options and how we deal with orphan accounts. So we log in as an IT manager, as we have done before, and we're going to see a user, Caroline Esther, who exists in the system, but she only has the basic account. So if we go to manage users and look for Esther, click here and look for accounts, we see that she only has the basic team account and the white pages held up. So she doesn't exist on Active Directory. Okay, but we have an adoption rule, and there's more granularity than what I'm showing right now, but just to make things simpler, I'm not going to be doing with aliases. We have more granularity at the adoption policy and identity policies, but we also have a global adoption policy. We can see right here that basically is a JavaScript that is gonna, the rule is just gonna look for the user ID, and if it finds a match with an item, it's gonna just adopt that account. Very well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into Active Directory, and we're gonna manually, outside item, we're gonna add a new user. What is new here? A new user, and it's going to be Caroline, last name Esther, and this is the key. The user ID is going to be C Esther, which is that rule is going to make a match. We're going to say, well, password never changes. But first I need to unplug that one and then put the password, and we can have, you know, password synchronization as well. So, but let's say I go and I add this user, and the user now exists in Active Directory, but I did this outside the tool, so it's not gonna show it up immediately into the accounts. As we saw before, these are the only accounts that Caroline has. But what happened when I recon, which I should do, I can do this even daily if I want to. If I look into the Active Directory and perform a reconciliation, we recon and we look at the status of the recon. Shouldn't take long. And it's finished. And now if we look at the accounts, let's close all these tabs. If we look back into users and look on their Caroline, here she is, look for accounts, voila, we have adopted that account. Good. So, but what happens if I go into the system and add a user that doesn't have an account in item? Let's say that I add new user, Jose Bravo, user ID is J Bravo, click next. Again, well, we don't need to do this, but let's add the user, and Jose Bravo has been used. J Bravo is now has an ID account, and iTeam doesn't know about it. Let's recon again. Let's close these tabs, and let's go back to services and go into that service and perform another recon. Recon, submit, view the status. This should go quickly. It finished already. Good. So Now iTeam has that account, and I can actually go into the reports, and let me do a data synchronization to get the latest snapshot from out of the database and run that, and we're going to see that it shows up as an orphan account on the report. I could always go into the service. Let me just show you something that you can actually do. I can go into the service and look into the accounts and search for the accounts. Oh, I click on the wrong. It's actually here. I click on the wrong service. Look into accounts and see that there is a user, J Bravo, that has no owner. I could actually assign to a user, you know, if I had one that I need to do the mapping. Let's say that the adoption rule was too simple and there's a match, and you can actually manually go there, and that's how you could manually adopt it. But I can also go in the report on audit and security report. There are a ton of very nice pre-done reports done in here. And we look here, there's one specific for orphan accounts. And if we run that, we can do it specifically and any type of account status on any service. I can make these only on Active Directory if I want to. Let's do that. Find all the orphan accounts in Active Directory. If I don't specify anything here, it's going to look for all the accounts in all the adapters that it has. So it's generating a report. I'm going to open the report in a PDF format, and it's going to show, bang, that it's found J Bravo. It's an account that is active in Active Directory and is orphan, doesn't have an owner. What do you want to do about it?